Hello, everybody, and welcome to Voorhees Tigers basketball. We're live at the Leonard E. Dawson Center on the campus of Voorhees University. I'm Clarence Jones, and tonight the Tigers of Voorhees University take on the Mariners of Coastal Georgia. This is a rematch of a game that happened a few weeks ago, back on November the 9th, where the Mariners, at their home spot, took it by 10 over the Tigers by the final score of 71-61. So now the Tigers would like to exact some revenge on the Mariners. Let's see if they can do it here tonight. For the Tigers right now, on the midst of a three-game losing streak, they went on the road and lost three straight games after winning at home against the Takora Falls back a few weeks ago. So right now, the Tigers look to have some home cooking coming up here as we get ready for the tip-off. A few things to keep in mind here for the Tigers. I know that their record reads at 3-6, but a couple of exhibition matchups really kind of knocked that win-loss record down a little bit. So not necessarily 6 losses, more like about 4 losses, to be honest with you, because they played a couple of exhibition games against Division I and Division II NCAA schools. Right now for the Tigers, they really need some home cooking here, coming off of that road trip where they did not win a game, went 0-3. But here's the thing, as far as early season struggles for the Tigers. First off, not everybody has been healthy early part of the season, and not only that, there has been some eligibility issues. So Coach James Williams definitely had to rotate his starting lineups about every other game. We'll see what he'll roll out with tonight, but I guarantee 2 of those starters will be Tyler Willoughby and also Hector Rosario. Both of them will have to have a key night tonight to have the Tigers any shot of winning here against the Mariners. Meanwhile, for the Mariners, they come in here with a record. They looking pretty good so far here in the early part of the season, thanks to the efforts of Nick Giles. Giles, who scored 22 points in that victory over Voorhees, he's looking to have a repeat performance. Meanwhile, he'll have some help as well, but for the Tigers, they really have to force some turnovers here on the defensive side. And not only that, here's a team in the Mariners where they have been out-rebound pretty much every game, but in the wins, they've done marvelous on the boards, especially in that win against Voorhees. So we'll see what happens here tonight for the Tigers. Let's see if they can limit the second chance opportunities for the Mariners. Mariners not very good behind the three-point line, so but the Tigers still have to be aware of the three-point shot. They have not been very successful, the Mariners, hitting their three-pointers, but they are a very good free throw team, hitting over 75% of their free throws as a team. So the Tigers have to be aware of that and try not to send the Mariners to the line as much. But meanwhile, for the Tigers, this will be a very good victory if they can get it here this afternoon. So stay with us as we'll have the opening tip-off and we'll have the starting lineups here tonight between the Tigers and the Mariners. That's coming up. Make sure that if you're watching us here on Facebook Live or on our YouTube page, make sure you comment and let us know where you're watching the game from, who you're pulling for. Are you Tiger Nation or you're down with the Mariners? We'll hope to have a good conversation here tonight in our comment section. Right now, we're going to take this short break, and when we come back, we'll have our national anthem, plus we'll have the starting lineup for tonight's game between the Tigers and the Mariners. So stay with us, folks. We'll be right back for the start of the game.
Honor America, please rise for the playing of our national anthem. On behalf of the administration of Voorhees University, we wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. The president of Voorhees University is Dr. Ronnie Hopkins, and the athletic director is Charlene Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, we're reminded that federal regulations prohibit smoking in this building, and our COVID-19 protocol mask wearing is encouraged. Our officials for tonight's game are sanctioned by the NAIA. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Leonard E. Dawson Health and Human Resources Center. This is the Jerry M. Street Arena, and tonight, the Voorhees University Tigers take on the Mariners of the College of Coastal Georgia from Brunswick, Georgia. And now introducing the starting lineups, first round visitors from College of Coastal Georgia. Wearing number 0, Sal Wilson. Wearing number 2, Nick Giles. Wearing number 3, Leighton Leon. Wearing number 11, Caden MacArthur. And wearing number 40, Bryce Langford. The Mariners are coached by Jesse Watkins and assisted by Corey Harris, Landon Sarazine, and Keith Allen. And now, your Voorhees University Tigers. At point guard, from Duluth, Georgia, wearing number 2, Hector Rosario. At the other guard, from Atlanta, Georgia, wearing number 13, Tyler Willoughby. At center, from Youngstown, Ohio, wearing number 21, Keyshawn Evans. At one forward, from Dublin, Georgia, wearing number 4, Periante Foster. And at the other forward, from Atlanta, Georgia, wearing number 5, Bryce Wilson. The Tigers are coached by James Williams and assisted by Aaron Green and Malachi Johnson.
All right, that was taking a look at the starting lineups here this evening. Clarence Jones and being joined by our mass comm student, Kaya Jarvis, as we're here getting ready for the tip-off between the Tigers and the Mariners. What's your thoughts about this game here tonight?
I think we're in for a good matchup tonight. What do you think?
It should be a good matchup, but at the same time, the Tigers really need to get off of this 3-game slide. And the last victory that they had was right here at the Fernie confines of the Tigers then with their victory over Toccoa 4. So we'll see if the home cooking will snap the Tigers out of this losing streak.
Yeah, so we're on the 3-game losing streak. So this is going to be a big game tonight for the season, just to see if they can kind of turn things around into their favor.
Well, we'll see what happens here as both teams come on out to the center court. Once again, thank you, everybody, for tuning in on our Facebook Live page at Voorhees University and also on our YouTube page at Voorhees University Athletics. As we tip things off, ball goes out of bounds, and possession will belong to the Mariners. Of course, in men's college basketball, we play 2 halves of 20 minutes each.
So who are you looking to see be the breakout player today for Coastal Georgia?
Right now, Nick Giles, that's number 22. My number 2, excuse me. He scored 22 points. He has the bite right now. They're bringing in the big man there, Langford. Misses that one. Langford, who made a season debut against Voorhees back on that November 9th victory that the Mariners had over the Tigers. Out of the corner, Foster unable to hit. Rosario picks it up. Another opportunity for the Tigers. Evans stumbles a little bit. Under 10 seconds left on the shot clock. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Rosario got to put it up. Turnaround shot. Did not hit anything, so that's a shot clock violation.
I think possessions are going to be really big in this game. Like just capitalizing on possessions, especially for the Tigers, because you have a lot of possessions like that last one where it's just really close.
One thing, the Mariners, they've given up more points than what they have scored, but still they have a nice little record as Langford unable to hit, and we'll have our first foul of the game. But the Mariners defensively has given up almost 80 points per game as Foster picks up the first foul. So Bryce Langford will come in. Bryce had a pretty good game in his season debut against Voorhees, putting in double figures. But Langford, 76% free throw shooter, hits 1 out of 2. And that's the first score of the ball game. Mariners up 1-0. We played about 20 seconds into this, about a minute and 20 seconds into this first half. Man-to-man defense and a steal. Back the other way and an easy deuce.
That's going to be
for Wilson. So Wilson with 2 points, and it's quickly a 3-0 Mariner lead. Here's Bryce. Wilson at the ball, knocked out of his hands, and back come the Mariners. Here comes Wilson. Wilson, that is an offensive foul, a charge.
And that's a smart play by Willoughby there to kind of stop that transition offense that the Coastal Georgia had going.
Well, one thing you mentioned about Willoughby and Hector Rosario, of course, they're going to be the 2 main targets for the Mariners as far as them not trying to get off here this afternoon.
You just saw they just double teamed Hector right there on the inbounds, and they look like they're trying to double team Tyler right now here.
Oh yeah, too. They know he is the man, and the ball knocked out of his hands. Not a backcourt violation. Willoughby too high off the glass. Langford comes away with the boards. 3-0 is our score here so far. Mariners on top. Bounce pass inside to the big man, and he puts it up and in. As I mentioned, Langford had a good game against the Tigers the last time. He's starting off pretty hot right now.
It seems like they're gonna have to get him shut him down in order for them to kind of get this win off today.
Evans blocked by Langford. Evans gets the ball back though. Gives it off to Willoughby. Coming up on 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Willoughby, 7 seconds. And yeah, Kai, you can see it. The defense, anytime that Willoughby has the ball, they're
double teaming. The rotation is.
Giles picks up his first, team second. Julius Phillips checks in for the first time for the Tigers. As going to the bench is Bryce Wilson. Here's Foster. Bounce pass inside. Rosario with 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Backs inside. Oh, nice spin move, but
he lost the ball.
Yeah, lost the ball going up in the air. So the Mariners will have it. 5-0 is our score. For three out of the corner, way off. Rosario comes away with it. Here's Willoughby trying to run with it. Willoughby draws the foul.
And as you saw right there in that possession right there, two people were coming towards Tyler there in this too.
Here's the thing, as Giles pick up his second, and as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Nick Giles was the player that the Voorhees Tigers need to really watch out for, because in the last game against Voorhees, he scored 22 points, leading all scorers.
And Tyler's gonna hit the first free throw.
DJ Taylor checks in for the first time. Last time DJ Taylor faced this Voorhees squad, he scored 9 points and had 4 assists.
And Tyler's gonna go 2 for 2 right there from the free throw line.
5-2 is our score. Voorhees down by 3. And we're coming up on the 16-minute mark remaining in the first half. They go inside. Here's Wilson backing in down low on Evans. Oh, nice play. Wilson with some nice feet there. So Wilson with now 4 points, and it's 7-2. Mariners on top. A lovely good evening to Vivian Reed Dix. What's going on, Vivian? Hopefully everything is all right with you. Here's a shot by Foster, unable to hit. Mariners with the 7-2 lead, for those of you just joining us. They go inside. Langford, the big guy. He gets stripped. I guess you got to do a lot of that this evening, because he is a big fella. Go inside. Here's Evans. Evans gets it off. Foster, counted and one.
And that's good ball movement right there for the Tigers.
Deronte Foster with his first 2 points. Theon picks up his first, team's fourth, and we're at our first timeout. Media timeout. 7-4 is our score. The Tigers are down to the Mariners. Clarence Jones along with Kaya Jarvis. What do you see so far out there, Kaya?
As far as the Tigers goes, it looks like we have to put the ball in the hoop. We've had some great possessions and some great looks. And then as far as Coastal Georgia goes, I mean, it's not much they're doing wrong right now at the moment. And I think the Tigers really has to figure it out defensively on their end to kind of figure out how to get them to slow them down and kind of get some stops.
Now, one thing with the big man, Langford should be the leading rebounder. But again, he's only played, and this is about his fourth game that he's played in. So he's averaging a little over 4 points, but I think that's going to change as the season goes on. But as far as rebounding goes, the Tigers should have more of a length than the Mariners, just looking at it coming out of this timeout. So as far as defensively speaking, this Tiger squad can really limit the Mariners of shot attempts.
And yeah, I think we saw it right here at this last possession in the end. When Hector and them stripped him, I think that we saw it really down here in this far end on this last possession of them just kind of stripping him of the ball. And if you keep having plays like that, eventually you'll slow him down.
Eventually. Or they have to change their game plan.
And Foster's going to hit the and one.
Foster with 3 is down to a 2-point Coastal Georgia lead. Coastal Georgia out of Brunswick, Georgia. Now, Brunswick, Georgia is not that far from Jacksonville, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's right there at the Florida line, really.
Langford, the big guy. His second field goal, 5 points. And it's a 4-point lead for the Mariners at 9-5. Here's Phillips. Gets it in. Evans turns around. In the lane is good. Nice move by Evans, and it's down to a 2-point Mariner lead.
And right there, he really took advantage of the size difference right there between him.
And Foster picks up the foul. And that's Foster's second.
The foul on Voorhees, number 4, Deontay Foster. That's his
Deontay Foster picks up his second
second.
and the team second. It seems like the Mariners know they go down low to Langford. It's almost a hack and shack because the fact that this guy is tall and big. On paper, they have him down at 6'10". Yeah, he's every bit of 6'10", maybe 6'11". 6'11" with the hair. Only 3 seconds left on the shot clock. I don't think they notice it, and that's it.
And we're going to have a shot clock violation.
That's good defense there, Kaya.
And those are the kind of plays that you want to kind of get here.
Evans back quick, counting in one. So Evans, his second field goal, and we're tied at 9. Dion picks up his second personal, and the team's 5th. So at the line shooting will be Evans. So Keyshawn Evans, so far, Kaya has contributed here in the early part of the season.
He's playing very well. As you have kind of seen over the last couple of games, he's been playing very well here for the Tigers. And this is actually his first season really being out there, so he's playing well.
Yep. Showing Tiger Country what he is all about. Right now, Evans with 5 points, and it's 10-9. Voorhees on top for the first time in this ball game. Coming up on 13 and a half minutes to go here in the first half. Long three-pointer, in and out. And they'll call over the back foul against Langford. So
and if they can get him in trouble, in foul trouble.
Well, he has the first. Now we need to give him 5 more. Willoughby gives up to Evans. Back over to Willoughby. Willoughby just inside the 3-point line, and it's good. Willoughby, the leading scorer for the Tigers so far this season, averaging just over 20 points per game. 13 minutes to go. 12-9 is our score. Tigers up. And a bounce pass off of the knee of Langford. And here comes Willoughby. Willoughby attacks and puts it in. Timeout, Mariners. As the Tigers on a 7-0 run here. That leads to the Mariner timeout. And right now, Kaya, the Tigers got to feel good about themselves right here.
I think that first timeout really helped. It seemed like the Mariners had got off to a lead, and we called a timeout to regroup. And so we're looking good now.
Looking good. But here's the thing for the Tigers. We always look good at certain parts of the game.
That is true. It's the closeout that normally gets us.
Yes. So that's the thing we have to do is really try to close out games. But, of course, you still got over 12 and a half minutes to go in the first half. But things are looking pretty good for the Tigers so far. As we look in on our chat room, once again, thank you, Vivian, for tuning in. (14-9) is our score. As the shot is up, no good. Mariners, a little bit not hot from the field right now. As Willoughby tries a 3 and no good. Here's Phillips. Inside, nice pass, Evans. Kaya, it looks like this Tiger team is
locked in.
Locked in so far. My brother captured the moment. What's going on, sir? See you out there. As the shot is, it's good. 2-point basket by Langford. Give it to Langford. 16-11 now is our score with 11 and a half minutes to go. And we have a foul. That's called on Taylor. That's his first. And team seventh.
And it looks like we're going to have a timeout here, too.
Yep, we at the media timeout. So we're at the 12-minute mark. So media timeout. 16-11 is our score. Tigers up. As we're here live at the Dawson Center on the campus of Voorhees University. And, of course, this is the final
home game.
Final game before the holidays as far as home game goes.
Right.
But for you and the student body, this is your final day of classes before the finals.
Correct. It is finals week here at VU.
Yes. It seemed like this semester going by real quick, huh?
It seemed like homecoming came and then it just went from there.
Yep.
And I'm wishing everybody a good luck on their finals, prosperous, good luck.
Yes. Yeah, good luck on your finals as well.
Yes. It's a stressful time for college students.
Right. Once again, thank you for everybody that's commenting in our comment room, whether you're watching us on YouTube or you're watching us on Facebook. Shout out to Pamela Harris, watching Tyler Willoughby.
That's Rosario's here at the free throw line.
Oh, Rosario with a rare miss. So 16-11 is our score. And now a little man-to-man defense. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. The shot put up. Wilson, no good. Ball knocked around. And finally controlled by Voorhees. Under 11 to go. 16-11 is our score. Tigers up. Here's Willoughby trying to draw the foul. No call. Phillips comes away with it. Rosario can't hit. Just a bit too strong off glass. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it will be Voorhees basketball. Good play there by Julius. But it's interesting, Kaya, that their energetic start on defense is translating on the offensive side as well. They go around the horn. Phillips. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Willoughby draws the foul, and he'll go to the line. Giles picks up his third. Wow.
Oh, wow. We're just at the halfway mark here for the half.
And not only that, you again think about it. He is the leading scorer for the Mariners. And not only that, he scored 22 points the last time these two teams faced each other back on November the 9th. Right now, he has no points but 3 personal fouls.
As he checked out the game here in foul trouble. And Barson was going to check in for the Tigers as well, as Willoughby hits the first.
It's interesting because when you face a team already, you go back to the film and you watch what happens. And right now, the Tigers really did their homework here so far.
And hopefully we can just continue this throughout the rest of this quarter and the rest of the second half.
Under 10 minutes to play. There goes your score on the screen, 17-11. Voorhees on top. As they go inside, here's Vion. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. The cutter. And the basket's good there. That is Daniels. So Aaron Daniels, for the first time, gets into the scorer's books.
As Phillips going to shoot and miss.
Under 9.5 to go. 17-13 is our score. Here's Daniels. Gives it off to MacArthur around the horn. Here's the quick shot. Nothing but backboard as the ball goes out of bounds. Voorhees will have possession.
And Keyshawn Evans checks back in for the Tigers here. As Bryson is headed the other way for the Tigers.
Also in there, as you mentioned, number 20, Bryson. On side. Yeah, that's a traveling violation called against Evans. I think Evans was surprised.
I think he got fouled before the travel.
He probably got fouled, and then not only that, he was probably surprised at how wide open he was underneath the basket. I think the defender actually he backed up like he was about to get the foul called on him. That's why the defender backed up. 17-13 our score. Tigers on top. 8.5 minutes to go in the first half. Wilson in the face of Phillips hits the three. So Wilson.
And your score is going to be 17-16. Tigers up 1 here with just about 8 minutes and about 15 seconds here.
Straight on 3, no good. Back come the Mariners. Up top to Wilson. Vion. Over to MacArthur. Coming up on 10 seconds left on the shot clock. MacArthur backs up a little bit. Only 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Good defense out of the corner. Desperation 3 is no good.
Willoughby comes down with the rebound here and is headed the other way.
As Willoughby kicks it out. Phillips down the lane, puts it up and in. So Phillips, and there's a fella right there who can score a good 15, 20 points on a good night. 19-16 is our score. Tigers up by 3. Here's Wilson, gets it off. Too strong off the glass. Ball knocked around. Finally controlled there by Willoughby. Willoughby with numbers. Phillips gives it up. 3-pointer, no good. And coming back the other way. Mariners could tie it up with a 3. Is Wilson just inside the free throw line is good. And check this out. Wilson, the leading scorer so far for the Mariners. 9 points for Wilson so far in this game. Tigers up by 1. Under 6.5 to go. The shot, no good. And they fight for the ball, goes out of bounds. What they'll say, last touch by Voorhees. David Felix, number 10, checks in for the Mariners, and also checking back in for the Mariners, Bryce Langford. So we had a media time with 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go, and 19-18 is our score. Voorhees over Coastal Georgia. And, you know, it's almost like a different atmosphere when the Tigers here at home. Because they play different. I mean, so far during the regular season, they're 2-2 at home. On the road, needs a little help, 1-4. But talk about the atmosphere, because I know you played basketball back in high school and everything. What is the difference, real difference, in playing in front of home versus playing on the road?
I think the difference is playing at home is you know the rim. You know the rim. This is the gym you practice in. This is the gym that you get your shots up in. So I think you know the gym. Then you know the people too, and the crowd is more in your favor. I feel like when you go on the road, it's a loud atmosphere, and then you're in unknown territory, just to be honest. And so when you're here, you having your home cooked, you able to sleep in your own bed. You know the room, know the people, know the landscape. I think it's always better just when you're playing at home as far as the atmosphere goes.
And then not only that, as the student section start to get filled up a little bit, later arriving crowd.
It's finals week. We're gonna cut them a break. They in their books.
in their books.
They're in their books. And here comes the Mariners here.
Mariners once again being out rebounds thus so far, especially when Langford is off the court. Here's a shot in the lane. It's good there for Felix. So right now the Mariners are up by 1. Bryson gives it off. Long three. Good.
And Bryson's gonna hit.
Amari Bryson.
And the score is not gonna be 22-20. With just about 5 minutes, a little under 5 minutes and 30 seconds.
And right now, Tigers playing well. Here's a 3-point on the way. It's no good there for Wilson.
And Bryson's headed the other way here for the Tigers.
They go inside. Here's Evans. Evans with the height advantage. Blocked there by Langford. And Langford came around right at the last minute. Here come the Mariners. They kicked it out. Daniels gives it up. Here's Wilson. As we're coming up on the 4.5-minute mark, 10 seconds left and 10 seconds left on the shot clock. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. I don't know if anybody seen it. Looked like they was bailed out by a Foster foul with 1 second left on the shot clock.
And that's just the play we just can't have.
And here it is, Foster now with his 3rd foul. And Foster pretty much been matched up with Langford. So there, well, now he's playing with 3 fouls. Well, he's out of the game now. That shot is no good. But you got to keep abreast of what's going on as far as with the big men in their foul situation. Phillips over Langford, good. So Phillips with the score, and it's now 24-20. Voorhees on top with about 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. Oh, and that is offensive foul. That's called on Langford. And the big man picks up his 2nd foul.
That's his 2nd, team's 9th.
So already team's 9th foul with about 3:59 to go as Willoughby checks back in. And as Willoughby checks back in, I think his mother's watching. I want to say shout out to Tyler Willoughby's mom. Thank you so very much for tuning in. As we have a steal by the Mariners. Three and a half to go.
This honestly has been a very close game.
Oh, steal by Evans by jumping in front of the pass there. Very good. Here comes Rosario. Willoughby. Phillips, Rosario. 3-pointer, Bryson. No. Wilson. And that'll be a foul. So the foul called against the Tigers. So Hector Rosario picks up his first foul. That leads to the media timeout. So we had our 4th and final media timeout. It is 24-20 is our score. And what you think right now as far as with the Tigers? At first they were down a little bit, but they've really got to come back and they held on to the lead. But what do you see what the Tigers need to do in these last 3 minutes to hold this lead to going into halftime?
I think it's just about like what we talked about, just closing out this half of basketball, not making mistakes as far as turnovers or anything like that, and just playing good basketball and taking open shots. Sometimes, it kind of seems like they overlook the open shot. Sometimes just take the open shot and then just close out this half of basketball, and they'll be fine.
24-20 is our score. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in and commenting in our comment section, whether you're watching us on Facebook Live or you're watching us on our YouTube page. As coming out of the timeout, Wilson will be shooting the two. Sally Wilson is a 6'4" guard slash forward out of Baton Rouge. Oh, when you say Baton Rouge, you have to say Baton Rouge.
Sound a little French there.
Yes, because Louisiana basically has a French history. Here's a shot just inside the three-point line, a bit too hard there for a Tiger. 24-21 is our score. For those of you who are just joining us, 2.5 to go. Only 5 seconds left on the shot clock. The fadeaway shot is not there for Wilson. Coming up on 2 minutes to play here. Hector Rosario with the basketball. Willoughby. Long three-pointer for Tyler, in and out. And that is offensive foul. MacArthur out of control going into the lane. So that's Caden's first and team's 10th. And how impressive is the Tigers as team fouls go? Only 4 here in the first half. Off of the heel, off of the
Off
knee.
of the leg.
Yeah. Knee, leg, ankle, wherever. Backcourt violation. Minute and a half remaining here for halftime. 24-21. Voorhees up. This is the second time both teams have played each other, and that's a good play. Stepping in front of that pass. Once again, Evans.
Oh, he
and
traveled.
That is a traveling violation.
He traveled.
Willoughby had it, too.
He did.
A minute 13 remaining and counting. There's Wilson. Gives up to Felix. Back over to Wilson. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Wilson in the lane. No good.
He's going to be fouled there by Willoughby.
And that's Willoughby's first and the team's fifth.
Seems like as soon as you talk about something, it starts happening.
I know. That's what they call the sportscaster jinx. Something happens, and we talk about it like, hey, we haven't seen this, and then
it happens.
It happens, yes. Wilson, who's a 78% free throw shooter, misses the first.
And knocks down the second. Bringing that score to 2, 24-22. Tigers up 2, and there's going to be a Voorhees timeout.
The Voorhees takes the timeout, 46 seconds to go. Really trying to hold on to this lead going into halftime, and not only that, hold on to momentum, because sometimes, a lot of times, when you have the lead at halftime, a lot of times that's momentum going into the half, and you feel good about yourself and coming out in the second half.
beginning at 8 o'clock a.m.
Well, to say that the final start tomorrow, we still have a pretty decent crowd here as far as students go.
Yeah, after this, I'm gonna head to my books.
Yeah, yes, you do. You go ahead and your books.
And it's gonna be Tiger basketball here, as the ball is about to be inbounded for the last 46.7 seconds here of this half.
You know, I remember those days hitting the books, cramming on all those hours just to get a 75. It's disgusting. All right, enough about me. Back to the game. Oh, nice pass. Is the shot no good?
And it looks like he's gonna call offensive foul.
You're right. So Fleecian picks up the foul. So that's his first, team 6. Bryce Wilson checks back in for Voorhees. The final 20 seconds. Shot clock is turned off. Here's MacArthur. Mariners down by 2. 10 seconds left. They're trying to look for Langford for position. Nope. And that'll be 5-second violation. As Wilson all too long. So now 6.9 seconds to go. Tigers has a chance to put up a shot, a decent shot at that. Amari Bryson checks back in. So here you go. Here's Rosario with 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Phillips, 3. And that's the end of the first half with the score. Tigers up 24-22 over Coastal Georgia out of Brunswick, Georgia. As both teams head back into the locker room, what are your thoughts here about this first half and what improvements the Tigers need to do, or what can they do a little bit more?
I think they just got to score the basketball. I mean, I really feel like they've been playing some solid defense, just putting the ball in the hoop, honestly. But and then they've had a couple turnovers here and there. You know, that always can be fixed. But as far as defensively, I feel like they're playing solid defense here. Langford has gotten off, but he hasn't really, been a big problem here for the Tigers. So I think, honestly, just really putting the ball in the hoop. And that's really all the Tigers as far as basketball goes.
And you look at this, too, as far as what the Tigers are going. The reason why they playing good defense, you see, as far as with the team defense, the team foul. The first half,
only six team fouls.
6, probably 2 of them is on defensively. The rest of the time was either an offensive foul or whatever the situation was, what it may be. But still, this Tigers team has really shown some fight here, and of course, they want to snap this 3-game losing streak, Kaya.
Right, and I think this is a good way to start. I think the defense that they're playing is showing that, hey, we've been losing, but they're trying to get out of that losing slump that they're in right now.
All right, so we're going to take this break now. We'll hear from our Voorhees University alums, and of course, y'all stay tuned. We'll have the second half coming up for you. 24-22, Tigers on top over the Mariners. You're watching Voorhees Tigers basketball right here on our YouTube page and our Facebook Live. We'll be back for the second half. Back here, getting ready to start the second half. The Mariners playing for the second time in less than a month.
The game reset, side out,
Tigers
possession, Mariners.
24-22. Mariners to start off the second half. Quick three-pointer on the way is no good. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lane. Start off this second half for the Tigers. Hector Rosario, Tyler Willoughby, also Durante Foster, Evans, and Bryce Wilson will start it off. That's not no good. As we played a little over 30 seconds into this second half, both teams starting off a little cold here. Once again, thank you for Tiger Nation for tuning in, and also a special shout out to Mariners fans also tuning in to tonight's broadcast. Will it be good?
And this is going to be 26-22 now.
Willoughby now with 9 points. It leads to the Tigers' 4-point lead. Here's Giles. Giles, who has struggled in the first half, and a traveling violation called against Nick Giles. Giles, who went off on the Tigers in the last meeting, scoring 22 points. Right now, he started off this second half, and he's in foul trouble with 3 fouls, and he has not scored a point here this evening. Willoughby to the basket. Willoughby now with double figures, and the lead is stretched to 28-22. Back quickly as Vion cannot hit. Here comes Willoughby once again. Evans. Ball knocked out of bounds, and Tigers will still have possession.
Did you see the little trick pass there?
Yeah, nice little pass. Unfortunately, no points out of it, but we'll still see. Here's Willoughby. Willoughby, he thought that there was one of his teammates out there, but he throws it out of bounds.
This is going to be the Mariners basketball here.
Daniels checks in for the Mariners. 28-22, our score here. We played a couple of minutes into the second half. This is the final home game before the holiday break as Langford draws the foul.
And foul's going to be on Willoughby there.
And the Tigers disagree with that.
Oh, well, they called it on Evans.
Well, I'd rather have Evans pick up his first foul than have Willoughby pick up his second personal.
Yeah, both of them are playing very good basketball today, so really don't need neither of them in foul trouble.
We really don't, but right now, Foster is the only one in foul trouble with 3 personal fouls so far as Langford hits the second.
And Rosario's coming back the other way here for the Tigers.
4-point lead here for the Tigers, 28-24. We're coming up on 17 and a half minutes to play. Here's the shot by Rosario, good. And that's Hector's first field goal of the evening. And that's saying something that the Tigers still have a 6-point lead at 30-24. Vion. Andrews. Giles. Still trying to get off, and another traffic violation. So this has not been the night for Nick the Quick here.
Yeah, he's having an off game right now.
Giles normally coming into this game, his average is about 20 points per game, and he's still looking for his first bucket. Here's Rosario. Another one for Rosario. From the exact same spot.
And it's going to be 32-24 with the Tigers leading.
And it's the largest lead of the night so far for the Tigers. And defense once again shown by Evans. Nice aggressive move there by Bryce. And that's Bryce's first bucket. And it's a 10-point Tiger lead now. They started off 10-2 here in the second half as Vion down for the Mariners with a 3-pointer.
And there's going to be a timeout by the Mariners here.
So before that 3-pointer, it was a 10-2 run to start off the second half. So we had our media timeout with the Tigers leading 34-27. Kai, you got to really like the way how the Tigers started off the second half.
Yeah, they're starting off strong, playing aggressive. and I think that's great. The Mariners here probably trying to cook up something here to try to slow them down as they went on a 10-2 run here. But Tigers are playing very solid basketball right now.
And that look of determination on the Tigers as well. Because again, they lost to this team back on November the 9th by 10 points. So there was a few things here, a few things there that didn't fall the Tigers' way at that point in time. Now it looks like it's starting to fall a little bit the way of the Tigers.
And I think a lot has to do with just the lineup change. They've been having a lot of lineup changes right now. As you see, half of the players aren't dressed, and so I think as they just kind of figure out and navigate that, then you'll begin to see more consistent basketball from them as well.
As we go in to our chat room, big shout out to Casey Johnson as her son Malachi, of course, coaching. And big shout out to Malachi. He is about to graduate here, December graduate.
Yes.
So I got to give a shout out to Malachi. So congratulations on getting that degree, young man. All right, as we come out of the media break, Voorhees with possession. Rosario gets it up. Nice pass, nice finish to Wilson. 36-27 outscored, 9-point lead here for the Tigers. Here's Giles, still looking to get on the scores table. Out of the corner for three is good for MacArthur. That's the first three-pointer. It's a 6-point lead now for the Tigers. Oh, nice fake out. Unable to hit, though. He had him on skates just a little bit.
Yeah, he did.
Giles. Finally, with a basket for Nick Giles. Lead down to 4, 36-32 for the Tigers. Evans. He got confronted by the brick wall. That's Langford, and we have a traveling violation.
We've been having a lot of traveling violations this game on both sides.
On both sides, right? Maybe it's that holiday feeling. Because,
like, I'm gonna go home, but
yeah, but just don't go home via the basketball court.
Yeah,
they'll call travel all the time.
Still time on the clock.
Yeah. Shotgun's good there for MacArthur. So back-to-back field goals by MacArthur. He has 5 points and down to a 2-point Tiger lead. At one point in time, the Tigers were up by 11. And now the Tigers nursing a 2-point lead. As we're coming up on the 14-minute mark, ball goes out of bounds off of Rosario. So the Mariners, after a slow start, and now they're picking it up. And that's a tip. They'll go the other way.
On Langford.
So Langford breaks up his third, and the team's first of the second half. So since the Tigers got off to a 10-2 run, as of late, the Mariners and now jump a 7-0 run here. Here's Foster. Foster gives it up. Phillips thought about the three. Phillips can really take them if you want. Evans. That's a traveling violation. And you just mentioned it. It's traveling.
I
Too
told
much
you
traveling.
it's a lot of traveling going on. Or he's seeing it.
It's almost like we could be the refs, so we can see when that traveling is about to happen.
You can tell he's ready.
Langford picks it out. Here's MacArthur.
Oh,
Knocked from behind by Willoughby. Nice play by Tyler Willoughby, but they'll give it back to the Mariners. I think this should go for the Tigers, and it does. That was great defense there by Willoughby. Tigers still with a 2-point lead at 36-34, and we have a bad pass leading to the break, and Leon throws it down.
and we're gonna be tied now at 36-36.
Here we go. Foster challenging. Cannot hit. But here's the big thing. Langford picks up his 4th foul. And with that, the big man, the 6'10" man,
Looks like he might be headed to the bench.
oh yeah. That's his 4th. So Deronte Foster, so far with 3 points on the evening, will be at the line shooting.
And he hits for the first.
And that is his 4th point so far. So, we mentioned back in the first half as composure for the Tigers. Now with 12:58 remaining, you halfway through the second half. This becomes an important stretch here for the Tigers.
Yes, Foster knocks down the second to give the Tigers a 2-point lead, making the score 38-36 here. And like we said, closing out is just going to be a big thing here for this game, especially just because of how back and forth it's been going.
Right now, the Mariners with possession. Vion tries it for 3 and good. And Vion is coming alive here in the second half. That is 8 points now for Vion here in the second half. So Vion, who did not score a basket in the first half, he has 8 points so far. 2 of those field goals come via the 3. Rosario, he was trying to look for his man down low, but good pass, good interception there by Wilson. Wilson falls to the floor, and we'll have a foul called against Evans. I think he just slipped.
He fell over his own feet from what I saw.
I guess that was a travel.
That was the travel.
That was a.
Because you cannot fall.
No, you cannot fall and say that you didn't travel. 39-38 is our score. Mariners up by 1. MacArthur can't hit. Phillips comes away with the board. Yeah, Sylvia, I think that was a bad call there. Or I would say a questionable call. I can't call out the refs all the time. As we have a foul called against Giles.
Rosario's going to be headed to the free throw line here.
Number 2, Nick Giles. That's his 4th.
Giles picks up his 4th. So
him and both Langford are both in foul trouble here. And we still have a whole 10 minutes left to play.
And here's the thing. Giles, who averages 20 points per game, just hit his first shot not too long ago. But remember, even though he's been in a slump here in this game, that doesn't mean he can break out. That doesn't mean he doesn't break out here in the last 10 minutes. But because of the foul situation,
he's going to have to take it to the bench.
Yeah, for a while.
And Rosario's going to knock down that last free throw. They're tying the game. And the Mariners here are the other way.
I tied at 39. 11 and a half minutes to go here in the second half. Tigers trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. Meanwhile, Coach Georgia coming off of a loss to Stetson. That shot is good there for Wilson. And they'll give him a 3. 42-39 is our score. Mariners on top. Here's Phillips. Gets it in. Evans backs in on Vion, and that is a traveling violation.
And that one's actually a travel.
Right. Right. Here's the thing. It's that pivot foot. You gotta watch that pivot foot.
It can't switch it.
Can't switch it.
Once you choose one, that's it.
Yes. Under 11 to go. 42-39 is our score on top of the Tigers. MacArthur gives it up. Wilson. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Wilson is blocked from behind by Phillips. Only 6 seconds left on the shot clock. (42-39). Our score. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Deep three from the corner is good. Over Evans. Wilson. It's second straight three-pointer. How about this run by the Mariners here? Phillips just inside the three-point line. Can't hit.
The score's going to be 39-45. Mariners up.
Looking for more. Here's Wilson.
Wilson seemed to really be getting things going for the Mariners here right now as they're on this scoring streak.
Out of these last about 12 points,
he's got half of them.
more than half, 7. Looking for more, no good. Back from the Tigers, here's Willoughby. Time for the step right in front of the pass is Wilson. Gives up for MacArthur for 2.
And it's going to be 39-47. Voorhees down.
Mariners on a 12-2 run. Rosario just inside the free throw line, and that stops the run a little bit.
And it's going to be 41-47. Tigers down here.
Coming up on 9:15 remaining in the second half. Here's Taylor, gives it up. Wilson. Oh, he checked Wilson. That's short.
And he's going to travel. And it's going to be Voorhees basketball. Got to be careful.
Anytime they call traveling,
You would think he wouldn't do that.
Right. Foster checks back in. 47-41. 9 minutes to go here in the ball game. Thank you for everybody for tuning in on our YouTube page and also on Facebook Live. Here's Willoughby. Willoughby picks up his dribble inside to Foster. Foster puts it in.
And as you can see that double team coming for Willoughby again, like we saw in the first half here from the Mariners.
Right now, 47-43 is our score. Tigers trying to come back here. Here's Vion, who had the hot hand here in the second half, and he's short. Back come the Tigers. Oh,
And that's going to be a foul there.
you think? I mean, they put that man, his man hands all wrapped around Willoughby's waist guard. His hands was around him like he was a belt.
And it's going to be Tigers basketball as Finney is coming here the other way.
(47-43) is Phillips. Good D so far by Wilson, but Phillips can't get the shooter's touch. Willoughby gives it up. Open three. No.
Finney just almost hits.
And they would have brought the place down. In the lane, no good. Contested shot. MacArthur.
Oh,
Got it. And a one.
foul's going to be on Foster there. And I think that's going to be a score.
Yes. Deontay Foster picks up his fourth.
And it's going to be a timeout here.
49-43, a timeout. So we'll take this timeout to with 7.5 minutes to go. 49-43 is our score. Tigers are down. You're watching Tiger basketball on YouTube and on Facebook Live. All right, coming out of the timeout. And at the line shooting, Caden MacArthur. MacArthur has had a nice second half here, Kaya.
And it's going to be a foul call here on number 1, DJ Taylor.
Taylor picks up his second. Team fifth. 50-43 is our score. A little backcourt trap here. Rosario gives it up. Foster!
Oh, no!
Counted! Traveling violation! Are you kidding me?
Oh, no!
A traveling violation!
I thought you got 2 steps to the basket. I didn't know you didn't get none. I thought you got 2 steps.
Wow.
Remind me if I'm wrong. I thought you got 2 steps. At least 2. LeBron gets 3. LeBron gets 3.
Yeah. Okay, Rosario is going for the inbound steal.
And here comes the Mariners back the other way. And we're going to have a foul. And it looks like the foul's going to be on Xavier Finney. Number 32 for the Tigers.
That's his first team fourth.
And Barson's going to sub back in for the Tigers as Finney's coming out.
Right now it's a 7-point lead for the Mariners at 50-43 coming up on 7 minutes. Dion from the corner cannot hit. Phillips. I was close to opening back.
And here's Rosario for the Tigers here.
Rosario driving to the basket, kicks it out. Oh, an interception. Nice play there by Taylor. Taylor stopped at the free throw line. Can't hit. Bryson slips and loses the ball. Wilson with numbers, gives it up. Vion! So Vion throws it down.
And it's going to be 43-52 with about 6 minutes remaining.
I'll just leave for the Mariners. Great corner on the way to good. Under 6 to go. Tigers down 52-43. As we have foul. As Rosario picks up his second. So shooting 2 as Sal Wilson, who's having a great night here. Oh, the shooter's touch.
Is number 5, Wilson, and 21, Evans.
Wilson, 18 points so far, working on a 20-point. Oh, well, if he continues this, he's definitely going to have 20 points tonight. And
gonna knock that one down too, going for 2.
So that gives him 19 points and a 10-point Tiger deficit as it goes off of the leg of Willoughby. And that's probably pretty good defense there by Aaron Daniels, too. So we have substitutions. Foster comes out. Phillips comes in. Five and a half to go here. Oh, and a steal, a near steal. Oh, now they'll call it backcourt. What they going to do? They'll call it a backcourt violation. So backcourt violation called. And right now, things a bit more intense here.
A bit more intense. The Tigers are down here, 43 to 53.
And really look to try to cut in on this lead. Tigers was kind of in the same position like this the last time these two teams faced each other. And the Tigers went kind of cold down the stretch. Let's see what happens here in this ball game as Rosario will have a foul.
Be right here at the as Rosario headed here to the free throw line.
DJ Taylor picks up his third and shooting the 1-and-1. Hector Rosario. Right now, team fouls. You have 17 fouls for the Mariners to the Tigers 6.
Gonna knock that first down, so he puts another.
He'll try to cut the lead down to 8.
And he's gonna knock that down as well, bringing the score to 45 to 53.
5:10 to go. Coastal with the lead. Coastal trying to pick up their 6th win of the season. Here's a three-pointer on the way. It's good. There for Daniels.
I mean, it's not much you can do about that. The hand was in the face.
And it's back up to an 11-point lead at 56 to 45.
Oh, as Rosario was just stripped there of the basketball.
And here's the Mariners. Oh, nice pass. And that shot was disrupted a little bit by Phillips.
Here, coming down with the rebound and headed to the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Wilson picks up his second personal, and the team's 8. So Julius Phillips with the Tigers down by 11, trying to get it into the back to the single digits.
It's going to be 45 to 56. And now 46 to 56 as Phillips knocks down the first.
So now the Tigers, now with 4.5 minutes to go, really need to start thinking about making a run here as Phillips misses the second. Phillips was 5 points on the evening. 4.5 to go here in the second half. Mariners up by 10. Here's MacArthur. MacArthur gives it up. Wilson thought about the three. Wilson has had a nice second half, and it continues. Wilson, 21 points to lead all scorers here this evening, and it's a 12-point Mariner lead. Here's Phillips in the lane. Shot, no good. And we'll have a whistle. 3:57 remaining here in the game.
That's his third, team's ninth, and at the line,
Sal Wilson picks up the foul. That's his third. And we're at our fourth and final media timeout with 3:57 to go. Tigers down to 58-46. Clarence Jones along with Kaya Jarvis. And Kaya now, it's the last media timeout. 3:57 to go. You, Coach Williams, what you saying to your team to cut in on this 12-point lead?
Honestly, like, it's not much he can say. I mean, they're playing solid basketball. It's just about mistakes and not putting the ball in the hoop. And honestly, I think it's time to come out and press and play fast and get some stops and get some quick and easy buckets back on the other end. I think that's the only result that we can go for right now because we are down. So it's not about being content with the score. It's about trying to score the basketball right now.
For the Mariners, the second half, Wilson has picked up the scoring slack where Nick Giles, the leading scorer for the Mariners, have been in foul trouble just about the whole game. Wilson picked up the slack.
Wilson has definitely picked up the slack for the Mariners as Langford and Giles here. And so he's played well. And we'll see what he does for these last 3 and 57 seconds as Evans is on here for the Tigers.
You know, I think I saw a comment in the comment section. I think Sylvia said it too.
And Evans
Got to hit
first.
Got to hit your free throws coming up here. I think Sylvia Sanders, she's watching us. She had made a comment about hitting free throws, and especially now, as this is crunch time.
As Evans knocks down 2, bringing the score to 58-48. Tigers still down. And Dayton Harris is on the check-in for the Tigers as well.
A little press, but not too much. And they get it to the front court quickly. Here's
And the
Taylor.
Trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Just a little bit to burn some clock down. Here's Wilson. Wilson with the hot hand. Spin move in the lane is good. Wilson lighting it up. 23 points now for the young man. And it's a 60-48 Mariner lead. Here's Rosario.
And he's going to hit. And the Tigers are down by 10, and it's going to be 60-50 here. Tigers down.
As Voorhees call a timeout. And right now, Voorhees, they're down by 10. Again, it's the same situation they was at last time when they faced Coastal Georgia. And right now, as you mentioned, back in the first half, and now we bring it up now with 3 minutes and 21 seconds to go. Voorhees need to close out this game. But in order to do that, they got to erase this 10-point deficit. But you still have plenty of time to erase this 10-point deficit.
The Tigers just got to play smart and score the basketball.
As we have Mariners fans here, Kirby Crawford says no silly fouls or turnovers for the Mariners to try to wrap things up. Meanwhile, Courtney, no more turnovers. She says no more turnovers.
And it looks like the Mariners, looks like I don't see a little press breaker as the Mariners about to inbound the basketball.
A little pressure, not too much. They don't bring the double. Here's DJ Taylor. Yeah, they are kind of slowing the game down a little bit here.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little.
Right now, shot clock is under 10 seconds. Nope. And out of bounds, Tigers will have possession. So right now, with 2 minutes and 51 seconds to go, Tigers right now, each possession becomes crucial. Slight double team in the backcourt. There's Wilson, gives it up to Foster. Foster bounce pass to Phillips, and it's good.
Two Tigers still down. And the Mariners are headed back the other way. Here's DJ Taylor.
Under 2.5 to go. Tigers trying to erase this 8-point lead. Taylor, he backs up. Shot clock down to 10 seconds. Taylor takes it and hits. So Taylor with his first two. Up the other way, Foster.
And I thought he was going to call a travel, but he calls a foul.
He was anticipating
I thought he
with
was
his
going to call
arms,
a travel.
huh?
I did.
Okay.
I thought he was going to call a travel. I was about to say no.
But that's something. I mean, folks, if you're just joining us, the amount of traveling calls that's been called here tonight. Hey, right.
Down here for the Tigers. And he has one left to shoot. And he's going to knock down both for the Tigers. Cutting the lead, and it's going to be 62 to 54 here. With a minute and 59 seconds to go.
So it's crunch time here for the Tigers. Let's see if they can make something happen, or will the Mariners defeat the Tigers for a second time in less than a month. But before that,
it's going to be a timeout.
Yep. So the Mariners call the timeout, minute 49. Good call there for the Mariners coach, Watkins. As Coach Watkins, here's a man who took over this Mariners squad almost a decade ago and has some success with the basketball program so far. And this year they starting off just as well as they started off last year. But right now, for the Tigers here, they really need to have some turnovers, force some turnovers here. Because with a minute 49 to go, of course, you still got a lot of time, but you got to really try to be aggressive here and try to force some turnovers here. Once again, thank you for everybody commenting in our comment section, whether you're watching us on Facebook Live or our YouTube page. Thank you so very much for tuning in. For those of you just tuning in, I'm Clarence Jones along with Kaya Jarvis, and it's down to the last minute, 49 seconds to go. 62 to 54 is our score. Mariners looking to close it out, but that is no good. Here comes Rosario, back the other way, puts it in.
And that's just what it has to keep happening here for the Tigers. It has to keep being quick possessions here as the time is slowly running out.
13 points for Hector.
And your score is going to be 62 to 56.
Minute 15 to go.
As the Mariners here are trying to slow down the basketball a little bit.
MacArthur. Only 5 seconds left on the shot clock. They don't notice it. They don't realize it. And a turnover. They'll let him play. Willoughby to the basket. He's fouled. So good play. First off, good defense. And second, Willoughby, out of everybody you want on the line, that is the main guy.
And we're going to be right here at 59.3 seconds as Willoughby is headed to the line to shoot two.
Willoughby shooting two.
And he's going to hit the first, make the score 62 to 57.
Willoughby over an 80% shooter from the line so far this season.
And he's going to knock down a second.
59 seconds to go. Close game, 62-58. Tigers are down. Here's Nick Giles, who struggled over to MacArthur. MacArthur pick up his dribble. Phillips playing some hounding defense on Wilson. And Wilson don't know where to go. Down to 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Byrne open. No. Phillips with the rebound, and we'll have a whistle back
over
the other way.
And Phillips is going to go shoot 2 here, and these are going to be a crucial 2 free throws here.
The big 2 free throws coming up here as Daniels picks up his second personal.
And it looks like freshman point guard Dathan Harris is going to shoot the 2 here for the Tigers.
Harris, the freshman, talented freshman at that.
And he's going to knock down the first.
That's Harris's first point. Try to cut it down to a 2-point lead with 33 seconds to go.
And he's going to
can't
miss
hit the second. And before then, they've hit about 8 straight free throws. 62-59. Are they going to foul? Yes, they will. So Leighton Vion will be at the line. He's a 73% free throw shooter as Harris picks up his first personal, team 5th.
And I mean, with only 24 seconds left on the clock, you had to foul.
Yeah.
You had to foul.
So right now, Tigers are hoping that this 73% free throw shooter, Leighton Vion, misses both. Probably no, it would be helpful if he misses both, but again,
One.
at least one.
You need him to get one. And so it looks like he won't be shooting.
No shooting. Oh no, it's not, because again,
it was just 6. They're having a discrepancy. It was just 6. They're having a discrepancy.
Okay, so yeah, I see the officials over there at the scorers table right now. The scoreboard has 5 team fouls for the Tigers, and if that is the case, then yes, it is a non-shooting foul.
And so it looks like we have a little confusion going on here. Looks like the scorers table has one thing and the shot clock has another.
Well, we'll see what happens. But it is a long discussion right now over there at the scorers table about the team foul situation for the Tigers. Is it team foul number 6 or is it number 5?
Team foul number 5. And this is the kind of stuff you hate as a player, like all of this, adrenaline you got going, and they can't get it right at the scorers table.
But you know what, though? With all that adrenaline, all you have to do, even though if it's a little lull in the action, all you got to do is just look up at the score clock and you're right back with the
right
adrenaline.
where you at.
Right back where you at.
Close game.
Yes, indeed. Exciting game as well, too.
Very exciting. From the tip-off to now.
All right. Hope you're enjoying the action out there, wherever you're watching us at. So the Mariners will have possession, a non-shooting foul, and the team foul now for the Voorhees is at 6. That's the official word.
And that's going to be a 5-second.
Having a little trouble being there in front of that student section.
And the student section is going crazy in here.
Indeed, the student section really are giving it to them.
And this is what we talk about. There's no atmosphere like the home game atmosphere where you got your friends and everybody in here cheering for you. As the Tigers are kind of looking to tie the game.
Yeah, that was a violation called against the Mariners. That's why the Tigers have it. Shot clock turned off, 12 seconds left to go. Will it be for the tie?
And
No. Picked up. Phillips is fouled with 6.2 to go.
And Phillips is headed to the free throw line. So what do you tell him? You tell him to shoot, make the first and miss the other, and go for the. Or do you tell him to knock both of them down?
Hit one, miss intentionally, go for the tie.
Okay,
That's
well,
the
he
one.
hits the first,
That's the one.
and now we're down 2.
Now we're
Are
down
you
two.
missing? Are you so you missing the second intentionally? And
No,
praying
this
that
time
you get.
now I would say hit the second, go for a quick foul.
That means the inbounds pass has to be good,
Yeah,
and he's
that's
gonna
good.
make it. And
All
we're
right.
gonna have a timeout here by the Tigers. Coach James Williams.
1 point lead for the Mariners, 62 to 61. Only 6.2
Gets
seconds.
left here.
So we'll see what happens here. This is going to be a frantic 6.2 seconds, I have to say. Right now, you got 2 opportunities for the Tigers. Number 1,
You can
do
tie
this,
the ball game.
or they could do what they did just recently, giving them some defensive pressure and not able to inbounds the ball.
I think we need to go for it. Not inbound. Let them get the pass. Because if we get the pass and they go for the quick foul, we're
have
in
to
a
go for
double
the quick-
bonus. We gotta shoot.
And of course, for the Mariners, they would like to have it in the hands of their better free throw shooter. All right, so here we go. Inbounds,
And they're
couple
gonna
seconds.
to the line.
Phillips picks up his first personal. But right now, everybody in the house should be on their feet and yelling. So shooting 1 and a bonus. So Sal Wilson, who's had a awesome night here, scoring 23 points. And now he is shooting the 1 and 1. Foster comes in for rebounding purposes. Harris will come out. So I'm pretty sure if he misses this one, the Tigers rebound, Tigers still have a timeout, so they can call the timeout.
And the crowd is going loud.
Misses it. Willoughby. 2 seconds for the win. Oh, he missed it. Willoughby misses a potential game winner. Coastal Georgia, by the skin of their teeth, comes away with the victory.
I mean, I couldn't even watch it. It was so scary.
Now, I have to say this. I think Willoughby, I mean, looking at the time, I think he had at least about another second to at least have 1 or 2 more dribbles and not have to go for the 3-pointer. I think he had enough time. I think he could have took another step or 2, and because all you needed was a 2, not a 3.
Yeah, looking to win the game though.
Yep.
It's a sad loss for the Tigers, but I think we saw a great basketball game.
We did.
We saw a great basketball game.
But unfortunately, the Tigers come up short here, losing 62 to 61. And with that win by the Mariners improved their record now to 6-3. And they sweep the Tigers in the season series here. But again, a much closer matchup here the second time around than it was the first time around. But once again, Mariners come away with the victory. And, again, and I'm looking in the comment section, and, big shout out to Smoot. And he believed that, he could have taken a couple of more steps and tried to lay the thing in. I don't think he had time to lay it in. I think he had more.
He might have had the time to get a floater off, but not a layup.
I would say he'd had to let it go from the free throw line.
Yeah,
I
a
think
floater.
So that was a good game here. So I'm Clarence Jones along with Kaya Jarvis. Thank you so much for tuning in. But stay with us. We'll have the post-game show coming up after this, as we'll talk with the head coach for the Tigers, Coach James Williams, on the The Tigers dropped to 3-6 and now are on a 4-game losing streak. Meanwhile, the Mariners improved their record to 63. So congratulations to the Mariners once again. Okay, so we'll take this break and we'll come right back. We'll have the post-game show coming up. And once again, thank you to the Mariners fans for tuning in as well. And Daryl Bird, yes, want to appreciate your comments as well. I'm Clarence Jones, and my partner has been Kaya Jarvis, a mass comm major student here at Voorhees University, doing an excellent job. So once again, our final score, Mariners with the victory. We'll take this break and come right back for the post-game show. Welcome back here to the Dawson Center on the campus of Voorhees University. As the Tigers, if you're just joining us, comes up 1 point short by the final score of 62-61. Willoughby had an opportunity to hit the game-winning three, but he lost the ball a little bit. But Not looking at the time clock, he probably had about another second and a half to dribble at least once, maybe twice. But still, of course, in that frantic final seconds where the Tigers is trying to go for the home win, of course, a lot of things just happened. But again, Tigers come up 1 point short, but it was a great effort here by the Tigers this evening. The second time around, first time around, they lost to the Mariners by 10 at Coastal Georgia. But this time here, the Tigers then they put up a heck of a fight. But once again, in the final seconds, unable to come up with the victory, and it goes back to what I've said about this Tigers team. This Tigers team, a very deep and a greatly talented squad, but of course they have to come learn to play together, and then not only that, come in the clutch and make the big plays when it's needed. But they're not there yet, but they're getting there, of course, with the early seasons, with the injuries and the eligibility situations. Coach Williams had to shuffle his lineup, especially his starting lineup, a lot. And that can play a role as well. But still, the Tigers gave a great effort here this evening. When you're looking at the scorers, Hector Rosario and Tyler Willoughby tied for the lead for the Tigers with 13 points apiece. Although if Willoughby would have hit that last shot, he would have had 16 points plus the win. More importantly, the win if he would have hit that last shot. But unfortunately, it came up just short. So Willoughby and Rosario tied with 13 points. Julius Phillips coming off the bench, scoring 9 points. And Foster did good on the boards, and also limiting Langford effectiveness down on the board, because Langford for the Mariners was mostly in foul trouble. Also, looking at this Tiger defense, they did force some turnovers at crucial points of the game, but unfortunately, they just couldn't come up with the big shot at the end. So the Tigers once again has to play well. I'm pretty sure when Coach Williams come out here, I guess he's going to talk about the Tigers' effort, because just from the opening tip-off right until the end of the game, the Tigers had a lot of pep, a lot of energy from the first half up until the final whistle. But unfortunately, the Tigers come up short once again by the final score of 62-61. Wilson for the Mariners played exceptionally well, where Nick Giles, who was the leading scorer coming into this game, he was in foul trouble and he only scored 2 points. He averages 20 points per game. But Wilson picked up the slack where Nick Giles was in trouble. Sal Wilson picked up the slack and he scored 23 points, definitely a season high for that young man. So, okay, we are waiting on the coach to come here to talk about this loss here this evening. Once again, the Tigers lose by 162-61. I want to also thank all of the people tuning in, whether you're representing Tiger Nation or you're representing Mariner Land, as I like to say. The Mariners came out here and they performed well and they hit the shots when needed be. Okay, so we have Coach James Williams about to enter into the frame as we will talk about this close loss here this evening. First, Coach, I got to say the energy was there for the Tigers here tonight, but what happened there, the final seconds, and what do you see out of this team?
Um, Defense. I think we held them to 22 points in the first half. Honestly, it was our best defensive effort we had all season. I think that for us, learning how to win is something that we all got to do together. And this is one of those times where the guys gave us our opportunity. Hector Rosario missed a couple free throws at the end. Dathan missed a free throw at the end. It'll be a prior tie game in that situation. So the guys did what they needed to do to get the win. Now we got to figure out. That's on me. Go back and figure out how we can close the games out. So.
Now, like I looked at this game, and defensively speaking, with the energy on the defensive side, it turned into some offensive board. what did you see from your team tonight that you say this time around? Because the last time that you faced this Mariners squad, you lost by 10. But what did you see the improvements on with the Tigers, and then moving forward, what can be done so now these L's become W's?
I took the ball away. We've been focusing on defense the last 2 weeks. Since we last seen them, it was only 2 basketballs in practice, and we just played defense. And that's something that I just shifted the focus, and now I guess I got to shift the focus to offense because we struggled a little bit there in the first half and putting the ball in the basket. So that's a coaching thing. I'll get better. The guys did everything they could to win this game. Some of that's on me. I think there was, using timeouts and things like that could be a little more strategic. So I take the L's, and I give them credit for the wins. But we'll get back to work. Well, tomorrow we play a good North Georgia team, a Division II team, so it doesn't get any easier. I ain't got much time to sit on this. I was very encouraged by our effort, like you said. I was very encouraged by the energy. Shout out to our fans, the students here, being that this is like the end of the semester. It was good energy in the gym. I'm proud of them because they've taken a lot from me as far as our effort and energy. And tonight they showed what they can do. Kind of get tired of hearing people say during the handshake line, you got a good team, you got a good team. The record doesn't maybe not reflect it, but this is a good group of guys. This is a good group of guys, and we're gonna keep chopping wood as we talk about.
Now, you talk about this team with the Tigers, and going into the season, of course, we had little injury bugs and little things that happened with the squad that you couldn't have your squad at 100%. But even tonight, it seemed like even you didn't have your 100% team out there, but that team played like we had everybody healthy.
Yeah, and shout out to our trainer. She's been doing a good job of making sure guys are able to play that can. And we got some guys that are going to be here next semester. So you talk about not having a full team. That's never been an excuse for us. I feel like the guys that we do have eligible and available to play contribute all to the team and what we do. That's no excuse, for wins or losses. We all put in the work together, and like I said, we're just gonna keep chopping, man. I like I said, so going into second semester, the guys want to win, and that's the thing as a coach. You want to know, do your guys want to win? And our guys, they do want to win, and we still have to learn how. And it's still a learning curve for us. My first season as a head college coach, their first season underneath my teaching and tutelage and things like that. So it's still a learning curve, and we still got 16 more games. So our goal, we won't accomplish our goal that we had set for ourselves, but our other goals are still within reach, and that's the greatest thing about this game. It's not over until March. Not over until March.
Now, I'll get you out on here. Of course, this is the first of a back-to-back. How do you go about, because again, you have, as you mentioned, a good team coming up tomorrow. What do you do to try to prepare? And then these guys here what do you say to them to try to get this loss out of their system as quick as they can?
The two things: we got to defend and rebound. If we defend and rebound, these guys gave us a chance to win, and that's what they did tonight. And we had a chance to win, even though we were down. So I told them I'm proud of their fight. I think if you could have watched us earlier, there might have been some times during the season where we might have lost a little bit of our edge. Tonight they kept the edge, and I'm very proud of them, man. Like I know it's a loss, and it's always tough losing, but I'm proud of their resilience in this particular case, because that's a team that beat us by 10 last time with like 4 or 5 minutes to go left in that game. They just kind of took over, but tonight the guys fought and gave us a chance. So tomorrow's going to be a bigger task because University of North Georgia, they're good. They're solid. They run their stuff. We got to be a little more disciplined, and we'll continue to tighten those things up. And again, that discipline is a reflection of me. So, the worst person probably who takes these L's is me, from the standpoint of just trying to figure out how to get, right rotations, figure out what the right scheme and strategy. And again, I want to give a shout out to my coaches, Coach Ed Green and Coach Malachi Johnson. They do a great job of breaking these teams down with the scout. And there isn't anything that has shocked us, but it's just we're going to increase the effort. So you asked me what I'm going to say to them, right? we just got to increase our effort and be a little more disciplined. And, I think this thing is going to turn around for us.
Well, Coach, of course, Tiger Nation, they believe in you. They believe in this team. And I know it's going to turn around. And this is one of those tough stretches of the regular season, because didn't have too many home games. But of course, going into January and especially into February
And conference games.
and conference games. So now, the back end is coming up pretty soon where you have a nice home advantage for that. But to tell your team to try to weather through the storm here, especially now you're just coming off the road with 3 games, and now you're going back on the road for I think about another 3 games before the holiday season, right?
Yep. So next 3 games is University of North Georgia. We'll play Dalton State, which is an NAI opponent, which is a game we're gonna need. And then we go to Campbellsville, Kentucky. So, and then they'll close out their semester. So, the guys want to go out with a win. That's kind of the mantra that we've been saying. But the thing is, we want to be playing better.
Right.
We want to be playing better. And today was the right step in that direction.
Well, thank you, Coach, for joining us here. Tough loss once again, but still the effort is there, and the fight is still there with the Tigers. And of course, we'll see you down the road.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you guys.
All right. That was Coach Williams here for the post-game show. So we're going to wrap it up from here. Thank you so very much for tuning in to Tiger Basketball. And from all of us here at the Voorhees University Media Network, we want to wish you and yours a happy holidays. This is our final broadcast. Well, no, excuse me. We have another broadcast Saturday at the Lady Tigers will take the basketball court on Saturday. So Saturday will be our last broadcast before the New Year's come in. But either way, early happy holidays to you and yours, to everybody and everybody at the Voorhees family. Thank you so very much for tuning in. For our guys behind the camera, of course, Josh and Curtis, who keeps everything moving. Dominique, our student, and of course, my student broadcaster, Kaya Jarvis. Thank you so very much. I'm Clarence Jones. Thank you for tuning in for Tiger Basketball, and we say good evening, and we will see you Saturday. So long, everybody.